In one of our previous videos, we already saw that why do we need this test letter component? Why do we need to show a separate component for each letter that is present here? Again, this is just my implementation. Your implementation can be something completely different. You might come up with a solution that does not require it to have a separate component. But yes, for now, let's just see what happens here. So here I am displaying a separate component altogether for each letter, and each letter is basically will be contained in our state, and that particular state, instead of having the selected paragraph itself, we are going to store a sort of list of objects that will have some information about each letter. Let's have a look at how it's going to look. So again, a quick summary. Typing challenge is going to have n number of children of test letter. Let's modify this selected paragraph. Instead of just saving the selected paragraph, we can quickly iterate over the selected paragraph and divide it into an array of objects. That array of object will have, each object will have a test letter, the letter that we are going to display here, and the status of that letter, which can be an enum, but for now let's have it a string. That string can have three values: correct, incorrect, or not attempted. For not attempted, we are going to show this orangish yellow color. For correct, we are going to show the green color, and for incorrect, we are going to show the red color. So I hope that's pretty clear, and now let's try to implement it in our code. It's going to be very, very simple. Let's just go to component did mount. So now here we do have our selected paragraph. So instead of just having a selected paragraph, let's just iterate over the selected paragraph and form a new array out of it. I'm going to call that as test info. You can call it anything that you want. Let us see how the revised state is going to look like. So the revised state will have test info property as well. So let's quickly change it. Let us have one more property inside it, test info. For the initial value, it can be an empty array. So here we are going to quickly iterate over the selected paragraph. For this, I'm going to use a simple method called map. So we have the map method on array. So first of all, let's split our selected paragraph into an array. I'm going to call it as selected paragraph array, and it's going to be data.split, not this one, data.split, and I am going to split it like this. So this data is, I called it data, but this data is not this data. This data is actually, for now, later on in upcoming videos, we are going to replace the data by the selected paragraph by this particular data, which is going to be the fetched API response. But for now, what I'm going to do is this dot state dot selected paragraph. So the selected paragraph is a string, and I'm going to split it into an array like this. Let's have a look at what do we have here. Console.log splitted array, something like this, and let's have a look at selected paragraph array. Let me open this, and let me open my console, and let me see. So this is going to be an array of 18 elements. My space name is space mother. This is super interesting. Now let's do one more thing. Let's iterate over it. Let's use the map function. I'm going to call the result as test info, and map function is nothing but a ES6 array helper, which is nothing but it iterates over each element of the array and does some things and returns the new element of those array. So very simple. I'm going to iterate over selected paragraph array dot map, and inside that I will have my selected letter, and over the selected letter I'm going to return a completely new object. So each selected letter will be mapped to this particular object. So yes, for now I'm going to keep it as test letter as the selected letter. Yes, because as you remember, this selected letter is going to be HELLO and something like that, and the status, initially the status is going to be not attempted for each one of this, and then I'm going to quickly call the set state to set my new state, which is going to have very simple, which is going to have my test info as the test info itself. So this is again a shorthand in JavaScript. When you see yourself creating an object like this where the key, the name of the key is the same as the name of the variable of the value, then you can just quickly reduce it like this. Let me do it here. Let me do a console.log here. I'm going to log the test info here, this.state.test info, and this is super awesome. This is amazing. So now we do have the test info here. Initially the test info was an empty array, and now the test info is the list of all the letters with their status. So before ending this video, let's do one more thing. Let's quickly pass it down to our test container, to our real test challenge. Again, that's going to be something boring, which I already told you, but let's do it for now. Test info equal to this dot state dot test info, and then let's go inside our challenge section, test info, and let's pass it on here. Let's go inside our test container, and again let's pass it on here inside our typing challenge container as well. And inside our typing challenge container, let's have it here, and let's pass it on to the typing challenge as well. So inside our typing challenge, now we do have the access to test info. Let's just check it out. So inside typing challenge, we do have test info. Let's see whether it works or not, and let's remove the existing log. We did remove that, I think. Yes, we did remove that. And now let's just refresh the page, and now we do have the information of test information inside our typing challenge as well. So let's end this video here, and in the next video let's create our new component, which is going to be the test letter component, which is going to look like this. See you in the next video. Bye bye.